black painting, and the black painting started in 2007 in August. It started at a time in my life when I was really concerned about having some sort of attachment to paint, and so a lot of my friends are starting to get jobs and married and all that stuff, and a lot of people are really interested in art, but then life happens and they sort of move away from those fields. So I wanted to have a personal connection to a piece for the rest of my life and also to paint. So it's an homage to Sunday painters too. I mean, painters who just like the act of painting, even though maybe a landscape or something that's been done a million times. There's something about the performance in general. So I like the fact that there's no aesthetic decisions that I have to make. So it's like you wake up in the morning and you don't have to worry about what you wear, what it's going to be. It's just the act itself, and it's very simple. So every day, I should explain, I just paint this black painting with one layer of paint on top of it. So since October of 2007, it grows about a ½ inch on all sides and also above as well. I just put one solid layer of flat black latex paint on both of the sides. So my projections is if I live to be 80, and hopefully I don't die soon, it'll probably be about 4 feet by 4 feet, because it exponentially gets larger. And it already is about 30 pounds, give or take. So at the time period that I started, I was also interested in artists like Ed Reinhardt and all of his black paintings. So Reinhardt in the 1950s was working on these monochromatic black paintings, but he spent the last 5 years of his life just repairing those paintings. So I was really interested in where he started as an artist and where he ended. And it's very similar to a lot of artists at that time. Yeah, I mean, even later, artists such as Frank Stella, all these guys who have made minimal black paintings for different reasons. But so this is my contribution to that dialogue and to that theory of endgame painting. But I thought it'd be funny too, because it's sort of attached to my life, that it would have some sort of positive thing instead of the sort of end of the road. Without further ado, we'll go one layer. And a lot of people ask, if this is a painstaking thing for me, but it's really not that bad. I mean, it actually takes less time than brushing my teeth, so it's like, but it's more the act in general, just always keeping track of the piece and always having it somewhere. And there's a lot of things that I think about in the piece. I mean, even like stalactites and stalagmites and capes or drippings, but also even like the Buddha belly or other like bronze sculptures that are constantly touched, and then they just sort of, over time, it's this repetitive motion of thousands of movements on top of this small surface to create this effect. And you can just sort of see, and you may not know what the meaning of the piece is, or you may not know Ed Reinhardt or anything else, but you'll still get some sort of sense, I think, on some level when you see this piece that it's been worked a lot. So, mainly just from that reference, I went through a whole month thinking about white or black, but and I may still do a white one, but the black was a reference to Ed Reinhardt and again all those guys in the 50s who were doing that endgame thing. And some made white paintings as well. Robert Ryman, for instance, is an influence that. Okay, so this is day number 1983. The 1997th layer of black paint. Alright, we're back, and it's the 2004th layer that I'm applying to the black painting today. I'm going to be here every Saturday, and you should be here too, at 1554 Market Street, and I'll be doing this performance, and everyone's welcome. And it takes about 10 minutes, so if you have time, you can check out the show and see the space, but also see my performance of the black painting.